Okay, so those are with regards to the ahkam. The next point in this introduction is fiqh and ilm. What did we say fiqh was? Fiqh was, in the not the technical term, the linguistic term. So, not understanding. Fiqh is understanding. Fiqh is more specific than ilm. Ilm, even in the language and is the technicals. So, ilm is to know something. Fiqh is to have an understanding of it. You know it properly. So, which one is more specific? Fiqh. What about as a subject? Ilm, you can have ilm al-fiqh, ilm of aqidah, ilm of tajweed, ilm of fara'id, and then you have ilm of fiqh. Which one is more specific? Fiqh. Because fiqh is dealing with a certain knowledge, and ilm, if we to draw a circle and we say this is ilm, this is ilm, this circle is ilm. Fiqh is here, for example. Fiqh. Here, aqidah. Here, tajweed. Here, fara'id. So which one is more general? Ilm. And which one is more specific? Fiqh. That's all that means. Okay? So that point here, ilm is more specific than fiqh. Sorry, the opposite way. Afwan. Ilm is more general than fiqh, and fiqh is more specific than ilm. The scholars now, when they mention these in their books, sometimes they now go to mention what is ilm. What is the maratib of ilm, of understanding something. If I was to ask you, what is knowledge? Knowledge is, even in English, just what is knowledge?
What you study.
Is what you study. You study knowledge, but what is knowledge? Knowing something. Yeah, knowing something. Anything more to knowing something? Understanding it, okay. Okay, but no, we're just talking technically now, not as Islamic, just knowledge in general. When you say you know something, what does it mean?
To make it work and put it into knowledge.
Okay. You're nearly there. Is there anything else? Okay, I'm going to give you the answer. Okay. So it's to comprehend something. Okay. What if someone thinks they comprehend something? It's not knowledge. So you have to comprehend something in the way that it is, not in a wrong way. What if you comprehend something but you're not sure? Is that knowledge? No. So when you say comprehend, you have to be sure. So number one, so we can put here this title, you can say levels of comprehension. Maratib al-idrak, levels of comprehension.
What's comprehension?
To understand something, to be aware of something, to view or ascertain something. Number one, you have knowledge, al-ilm. Number one, you have knowledge, ilm, which is to comprehend something the way that it actually is. Knowledge, which is to comprehend something, idraku shay ala ma huwa alayhi. Idrakan jazima, with certainty. It's not that you think maybe it's that, 90%. No, you're sure 100%. So knowledge, ilm, is that you understand something the way it actually is, fil waqi', in the reality. And it is with certainty. Number two, al-dhann. Al-dhann. Dha and noon. Dhann. Al-dhann is translated here as preponderance. I.e., when you comprehend something, if I say to you, what's this? And imagine you weren't sure 100%. You say, I'm 90% sure this is a board marker. I'm holding a board marker right now, and I say, what's this? And you say, I'm 99% or 90% sure it's a board marker. This is not knowledge. Knowledge is 100%. I'm 100% sure it's a board marker. 90%, for example, would be that it's most likely in my mind that it's a board marker. Understood? Obviously, because this is clearly a board marker, you're thinking, well, it's obvious. But if it was something that was unusual, yeah, you'd have an idea of what it is, and it's most likely that, but you're not 100% sure. If you're 100% sure what it is, it will be knowledge. You have knowledge of that. And you're right, then you have knowledge. But if you are 80, 90% sure, then that would be called that preponderance. It's called dhann, ghalabatu dhann. Third one, so dhann, we said preponderant awareness or whatever, I would just call it dhann to be honest, is that you know something, but there's another thing which has the possibility of being right. So if I ask you, what is this? You say, it's a board pen. Or you could say, maybe it's a permanent marker. So now, you're 90% sure it's a board pen, but 10% you say, maybe it's a marker, permanent marker. So there are two or more possibilities, but one is higher than the other. Now, the one that is higher is called dhann. And the one that is lower, we're going to see its opposite. Okay? Number three is ash-shak. Like for example, if I was to hold a pen or an item in my hand and I say, what is this? And you're 50-50. When you have two or more things in your mind, and it could be either, you have no way which is higher than the other. It could be a pen, could be a board marker, could be a whiteboard pen, I'm not sure. So you have لَمَّا يَسْتَوِيَانِ الْأَمْرَانِ, when two things are of the same level, or more than two things. You have two options in your mind of what it could be. Shak is when we translate it as when you are doubtful. Doubtful. You don't know if it's this or that. There's something that you know, but you're not sure which one it is. Shak is when you have a doubt. There's two or more things that it could be, and you don't have a way of knowing which is more likely. Now here, the next one, al-wahm. Al-wahm is if I was to say, what was the example that we gave for dhann? Yeah, well, all the examples about this pen, but what was the example? Do you remember it? Yeah. We said you have two options. One is 90% and one is 10%. What is this? 90% sure it's a board marker, 10% sure that it's a permanent marker. The 10% is called wahm. That 10% option you have is called wahm. So it is the opposite, or it is the other side of dhann. So wahm is the other side of dhann. If I say, what is this? And you say, I'm 90% sure it's a board marker, but 10% chance that it could be a permanent marker. That 10% chance that it's a permanent marker, we call it as wahm. Is when you think something, but there's a chance that it's something else. There's a higher chance of it being something else.
If it's two or more possibilities, is anything that's...
So if it's two or more, if it's 33 will be shak. Yeah? Or if it's 80, 10. Yeah?
Both of them
will be wahm. And the one that's 80 will become dhann. I know some people right now are about to fly away in a different place. Yeah? The eyes are closing. You're saying wahm, dhann, ilm, maghrib coming. You want to sleep. I know. But you need to realize that scholars do this 10, 15 hours a day. So even if that's the only reason we appreciate scholars, then we should appreciate scholars. Yeah? Something that we struggle with to do for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, they're dedicating their life to doing it. So at least we should be thankful, right? So. Okay. Number 5 is jahlun basit. Al-jahlul basit. With al, sorry. Al-jahlul basit, which is simple ignorance. Number 5 is simple ignorance. I don't know. I ask you, what's this? I don't have a clue. Al-jahlul basit is simple ignorance. Number 6, and jahl basit, it just means that the person doesn't know. It's not something always bad. Number 6, al-jahl al-murakkab. Jahl al-murakkab means that is jahl on top of jahl. What does that mean? That means that the person, if I ask you what is this, he doesn't know. But instead of saying I don't know, he thinks of something which is not. So he doesn't know, and he doesn't know that he doesn't know. So he says this is a balloon. So that means not only did he not know, if he said I don't know, it's good. But he pictured something which it's not. So now this is jahl, which is murakkab, is compounded. That's the translation that I found, compounded, i.e. one on top of the other. So if we were to give these percentages, we say ilm is what percent? 100%. When you know something and you're 100% sure. Dhann is from 99 to 51. The reason is sometimes dhann can be just slightly, you're more likely think that is this. But normally we would say 99, 90, 80, 70. But technically now, just to make this all fit, we say even if you have a 1% view that is higher, then it will be dhann. Shak, 50-50, yeah? If it's two things, it's 50-50. Okay? It could be this or could be that. I have no way that distinguishes, make one's higher than the other. Then you have something that makes it higher than the other. Okay, wahm, we said it's the opposite, the mirror of that. So it will be what? 49 to? Okay, what's jahl murakkab? 0. Okay, so this one has to go to 1, yeah? So wahm is 49 to 1%. So if I say, what's this? You say, I'm 60% sure it's a board marker. Where would that be? Dhann. And I'm 40% sure that it's a permanent marker. That will be, wahm. Okay, jahl basit is 0%. I ask you, what's this? I don't know. My knowledge of it, my comprehension of it is 0. I don't know. That's called jahl murakkab, jahl basit. You just don't know, khalas. Jahl murakkab, or we said jahl basit is 0%. Jahl murakkab, minus numbers. Yes? That means the person is not even at 0. He's gone backwards. Which is sadly many people in our time. Many people in our time, they think they know and they don't know. If the people that don't know just say I don't know, the ummah, all of it will be in a much better situation. But the problem we have is people that don't know and they think they know. And they talk and they act and they encourage other people.